1985. This is a film called Lifeforce, and it's a very odd film, I must admit. What do you get if you make a film starring Patrick Stewart? Now, he's famous for playing in Hamlet, and he's also famous for starring in Robin Hood, Men in Tights, and also Ted and Ted 2, where he played the narrator, or was the narrator. Played the narrator. Anyway, he was in Ted and Ted 2. Patrick Stewart, also Peter Firth. He played in Flip Side of Dominic Hyde. And an almost permanently naked Matilda May. Now, she played in lots of French films. And you made a film that had special effects with John Dykstra. Now, he is from he set up Industrial Light and Magic, famous for Star Wars, Lucasfilm, etc. And you made a film with a score by Henry Mancini, famous for Pink Panther, etc. What do you get if you make a film starring all of those people? You'd expect quite an important and significant film, wouldn't you? What you in fact get is a science fiction film, although it could be a horror film, although it could be a zombie film, and also a vampire film. But it's almost definitely a contender for the worst film ever made, whatever category you want to put it in. It starts out in space. It's a mostly British space mission in the spacecraft HMS Churchill, which seems to be a repurposed Rockwell orbiter, in other words, a space shuttle. A very, very long alien spacecraft is discovered in the tail of Halley's Comet, so they all go and have a look inside. What they find are desiccated giant bat-like creatures and 3 hibernating life forms resembling completely naked human beings. 1 female and 2 males inside these transparent pods. So, of course, they bring the naked humans back and return to Earth. Mission Control London loses contact with them, so a rescue mission is set up. Churchill had a fire which destroyed most of the interior and crew, except the 3 bodies inside their pods, totally untouched. And these are then taken back to Earth, to the European Space Research Centre in London. The escape pod of the Churchill is gone, however. The female alien wakes up and approaches the guard and sucks all his energy out of him, leaving him completely shriveled. Good special effects, you see. And John Dykstra, amazing special effects. The female alien attempts to walk out of the building past guards who try to stop her, and there's a funny line in the film saying, do you expect a naked female woman to be able to walk out of here? Of course not. And she does. So she just walks, does her thing and sucks all the energy out of the guards, and off she goes. Churchill's escape pod turns up. Colonel Tom Carlson, the commander, is inside. Then he and SAS Colonel Colin Kane, who is played by Peter Firth, begin an absolutely ridiculous series of adventures, each one pushing credibility further beyond belief. You keep thinking, no, it's not going to be that stupid, and it is. The film was originally called The Space Vampires, but that sounded too low budget, so they gave it a more credible name. Unbelievably, it was shot in 70mm. It was shot in Britain with a huge budget and almost no constraints, and a large portion of the space scenes at the start were cut due to the film being too long. It also went way over schedule and at one time was shut down as the studio just simply ran out of money. So many important scenes were never shot, which makes it... I don't know why that's... whether that's the reason it makes no sense or it was inherently not going to make sense anyway. And a lot of the end section of the film seems to be a remake, in spirit at least, of Quatermass and the Pit in many ways. So, Lifeforce, 1985. Thank you very much.